As we come on the air tonight, more than 100,000 lives have been lost to the coronavirus nationwide. 100,000 mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, sons and daughters. 100,000 teachers and nurses, lawyers and bus drivers. 100,000 souls lost not to a war or to terrorism, but to a virus that didn't exist just a few months ago, to an illness that does not discriminate or show mercy. And while the spread of the virus had shown some signs of slowing, tonight there's growing concern that the rate of infections is once again rising in half of U.S. states, just as those states are lifting restrictions. Now, that news comes at the same time the CDC is issuing a warning about those antibody tests many were relying on to see if they have immunity to the virus. Well, it turns out the tests may be wrong 50% of the time. Today, the nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, urged Americans to keep wearing face masks as the country reopens, not only to protect themselves, but to show respect for others. There's a lot of news to get to tonight as we mark this very somber milestone. And CBS's Jamie Yuccas is going to lead off our coverage tonight in California. Jamie?
Nora, while the country hit 100,000 deaths, here in California, the number of confirmed cases reached the same mark. Even as increases continue, Los Angeles County is allowing stores at the iconic Grove to reopen. A grim milestone. In just under 4 months, 100,000 deaths have left families grieving coast to coast. The CDC recently released new guidelines offering practical advice as people begin leaving quarantine, including open windows whenever possible, especially in ride shares and cars, entering and exiting buses through rear doors only. Individuals who have been diagnosed with COVID-19 should wait longer before mixing with others. CBS Chief Medical Correspondent John LaPook.
We think that by day 10, you're not infectious. That used to be day 7.
Antibody tests have been falsely positive, and even with an accurate result, cannot be used to tell someone whether they have protection against future exposure. In the pandemic, more than 62,000 healthcare workers have been infected. They've seen a surge of cases at Jackson Hospital in Montgomery, Alabama, where Dr. Brian Richardson is just trying to keep up.
We have whole floors that are full of COVID-19 patients, and so we have to move some patients or place some patients in other rooms that we wouldn't normally do.
The economic hits also keep coming. Amtrak announces a reduction of 20% of its workforce. Boeing is eliminating more than 6,000 jobs. At the same time, the country continues to reopen. Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, with 93 million visitors a year, announced it will reopen on a limited basis in mid-July. But don't expect to be dazzled by the famous fireworks or character meet and greets. It was bumper to bumper before dawn to get into Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado. And after one of the strictest shutdowns in the nation, LA County will now allow churches, pools, drive-in theaters, and stores to reopen with restrictions.
When you heard the store was back open, what did you do?
I literally was like, yes, 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 yes.
Many malls in LA, like the Grove, planned a June 1st reopen and were surprised by the county announcing they could actually open today. While in Las Vegas, most major casinos say they will be ready to open back up on June the 4th. Nora?
Jamie Yuccas in Los Angeles, thank you.